HFM family, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today's video, I've been waiting on it and I have not procrastinated at all because I've been so hyped and so ready for it. I've enjoyed the process of prepping for it and getting in my notes what I want to do and what the video is going to consist of. And here it is. It's finally here. It's a video I've been waiting to do and wanting to do, and now that the day is here, I'm going to enjoy it and make the best of it. So right now I just got to the salon. I'm about to do something with this here. I still have a few of braids to take out, but that's why I look crazy right now. So yeah, at this time that's what I'm doing. So I'll see you guys when I get out and you see the end result, finished product. All right guys, so the hair is done. I'm liking the growth, and definitely a difference I can see. I'm definitely happy with the end result. Just got to show Mars I need some food because I have yet another day of just no food for the most part. So I'm just gonna get something in my system to begin to digest because I'm rolling and I'm not putting anything in the tummy. So I gotta fuel up. Hopefully I can dine in. If not, I'm gonna have to see about whatever else is out there to where I can dine in and sit down and relax and enjoy my food and be out. So we're gonna see what happens. Alright guys, so here we are with yet another beautiful video. An upload that is quite different, I would say. How so? Well, a lot of the content that I give centered around helping guys and giving tips and guidance and suggestions on how to, talk to women, approach women, dealing with women. It's a lot of content for the single guys, but I haven't had much content for the fellas that have ladies that already are in a beautiful, successful relationship like myself. So today, that's what, triggered me to and urged me to do this video and get it out sooner than later. And so, which brings us to our first point. The first thing we're gonna talk about today is why men don't open up. First reason I wanna give is definitely, and for the women that's watching, this is something that you can definitely critique me on, but I know for the most part this is pretty much spot on. This is not every man, but majority of men do feel this way and are this way. A lot of us, we don't like to open up because of the level of vulnerability that we are exposing ourselves to and that we reach and get to and feel on the emotional level, on many levels. And it just makes us feel yucky, it makes us feel weird, Opening up is just stepping out of our comfort zone. When we are vulnerable and emotional, we are not, we don't feel like we're viewed as these big, tough, strong wolves. We want to be viewed as wolves, lions, and roaring men. We don't want to be seen as weak or emotional or crybabies, things like that. So, just naturally makes us feel that way opening up. And a lot of times this is something that we don't do or practice just out of the uncomfortability in general anyway. But by no means is anything wrong with crying or being emotional as a man, but it just does make us feel that way naturally for a lot of, especially the manlier men. It clashes with us feeling like the man, And secondly, I would say for anything such as a disagreement or an argument, you find that men don't like to open up because there are a lot of times now, women, I love you. The fellas, as the men, we love you, we appreciate you, but there are a lot of times where in the heat of an argument and when it's our time to talk, you guys don't listen to understand, you listen to respond. So here's the thing that happens. We open our mouth to talk, we say we have to say, and we're done, we're finished, right? And then you respond, and it's a thing of, okay, and this is not every woman, nor is this every case or every situation, but this is just something that men have encountered and do encounter because there are a lot of women that we may, deal with this from: sisters, siblings, cousins, mothers, grandmothers, just women in our life, period. We deal with this in a disagreement or an argument or something of the sort, where we have to stand our ground or defend ourselves, or say our piece. When we're done, it's just as if a lot of what we said was just thrown away or irrelevant, because sometimes women can take in one piece of something that was said, and they will hear one little thing, and then they will wait for us to finish and then respond to that one thing they did not like, or that one thing they disagree with, instead of listening to understand where we're coming from, to understand why we feel the way we feel, to understand why we approached the situation the way we did, that kind of thing. So, and that, yes, that can cause a lot of issue with making it harder for men to want to open up in an argument or in a disagreement, or really say all of how he feels, especially a very blunt man. It's very tough, and I can relate to being that very, very blunt man. But this is just something that so everyone can give an understanding and see where the men are coming from, and give not necessarily some secrets of men, but just some things that a lot of times can be overlooked and may not always be totally understood. What's going on, guys? So I just got to the courts. Don't know if you can see from here or not, but I'm about to play a little basketball. It's therapeutic and I love it. It's my first love. Well, Jesus is my first love, and then basketball second. But yeah, man, I'm about to play a little ball, clear my mind, do some thinking. Well, not really. Basketball on the court, I really don't do much thinking other than who to pass it to, what to do, that kind of thing. Other than that, I think of nothing else on the court, which is beautiful. That's the only time my mind shuts off in that way, in a good way. But yeah, I'm gonna go hoop and see if I can get some footage, and see you guys.
He just lied to that dribble. I gotta get open. You know I'm gonna go, but I've been out here since 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock? Like here. We got here like 5. We got here like 5. But look though, we done played like 12 games.
Alright, what's going on, guys? So I just entered Harris Teeter, played maybe like a total of 5-6 games, won a few, lost a few. I'm hot, just burning up, but gotta get something to cool off, a beverage of some kind, something to refuel and to rehydrate. Oh, exactly what I was looking for. Absolutely love these. My whole family, my parents, my brothers and I, we went to a friend of my parents' house. It was a retired cop and everything. They had a nice home, and they were retired, at a dream home, and we went there, and they offered us, refreshments one night. They had a lot of these, and it was something else. So I ate a lot of them, whatever they had, and I drank a lot of these. I drank maybe like 10 that night. I don't know what's wrong with my stomach, but I drank 10, and that's where it started for me. I haven't had much since then, but I really just went crazy that night. But it's just a quick story. I don't know how or why I was so thirsty, and how I drank 9 to 10 of them, but it was ridiculous. It just kept coming. They kept offering them. I kept drinking them. It was crazy. Alright guys, so that brings us to our next point. Our second point, we're going to be talking about how men are so protective and even overprotective. And this is something I want to talk about so the man can relate and understand and know maybe why they are so overprotective and where that instinct comes from and what drives them to be so protective over the sister, mother, girlfriend, wife, fiance, best friend, whatever. And ladies, for the ladies that are watching, I'm going to break some things down to you so you can understand and see where we're coming from and why we are so driven to make sure you're good, safe, and why we do and say the things we do that are in relation to your safety. So what I'm going to do is read off of my notes because I want to make sure this is strategically said and delivered in the correct way. I don't want to go off of my head. I want to go based off what I've specifically written. So I'm going to read it out for you guys. So here's what I wrote down for this specifically. This is what I want you guys to see and understand, right? Men are so overprotected because we are created to be. God has strategically crafted our mental wiring to think, is this a threat to her? Will this benefit her? Will she be safe with this? Anything or anyone that comes into the life of a woman, the man has to check and observe, not for approval, permission, or validation, but for being the guardian of her heart, mind, body, and spirit. When we know everything is good, it reassures us, restoring our mental and emotional peace. Now, so for the ladies out there that have boyfriends that, they're going to out with the girls, they're going to do this and that, they're going to hang with this guy friend. If your man is asking questions, first of all, you applaud him, give him a kiss, give him a hug, because he cares, first of all, even if he doesn't always do it in the way that you prefer or want. The fact that he's making an effort to show and to make sure that you're good and safe and checking in, making sure that whoever you're with, that they're good for you. And a lot of times, if he's a man of God, he's a man that's discerning, so he's going to ask questions and double check things anyway, just to see, where, it might be an issue or thing like that. But just make sure you applaud your man. Don't make things hard for us. Make it easy for us. Answer our questions and cooperate, because it makes things a lot smoother when you also see where we're coming from, and then you're able to, when you see where we're coming from, cooperate as well. And at that point, everything's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be a lot smoother for the process of making sure that you're safe and that you're in good hands. And that's all it is. This is just us wanting to make sure and reassure ourselves that you're good and that you're safe and who you're with is good for you. Anyone new coming into your life, it doesn't matter what the gender is, we want to make sure that person is good for you. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up on point number 3, and that's going to be no words. Now, when it comes to a man being silent and quiet, there are going to be various reasons, right, all over the place, but there are 2 in particular that really contribute to this, and are usually the cause of a man being silent or having few words, no words, and just being in a state of utter silence. Number 1 reason, a man making his observations, right? He could be meeting someone new. I mean, he could, as your man, he could be meeting your guy friend. He could be meeting siblings, your family, or being around them and not being used to them yet. He's going to be silent. He's going to be quiet, and he's going to be making observations. And out of him being silent, it allows him to see, observe, analyze things, and collect data in a way whereas he would not be able to speak and being loud and outgoing or enjoying himself in the way that you all are as well. So just remember, for the ladies, if your man is silent and if he's around certain people, your family, other friends, your people, and he's silent, he's quiet, it's just a matter of him, number 1, making observations and gathering data that he needs, and making an effort to observe the people in your life and to learn more about them. And he can't do that if he's engaging in the event and activity the way that all of you are. Not that all of you are being wild, but it takes him being silent and just sitting back and seeing everything from another perspective in a way whereas he can gather what he needs. Reason number 2, all right, for the ladies watching, this is something that, you know, may answer some of your questions. For the fellas watching, this will help you understand some things about yourself. Another reason why us men, a lot of times you find us saying absolutely nothing, just being silent. We're enjoying the moment. Simple as that. Ladies, if you are at a function and it's a fun thing, it's a social function, and it's, you know, people there, whether y'all know them or not, or whatever the case may be, or if you just being out and about, or even if it's just you're with your man. Actually, I'm glad I said that. If you're with your man one-on-one, you're out enjoying yourselves, you're on a date, it's date night, it's romantic night, or whatever the case may be, you're hanging out having fun, and he's silent, let him enjoy the moment, okay? Now, if it's a thing where you guys are out together and you're out with people, friends, family, or you're out amongst others that you do know, then he's more likely making observations. If it's a thing where you guys are out together one-on-one and he's silent, usually it's because he's enjoying the moment. Or if it's a smaller crowd, he's just enjoying himself. He's soaking up the moment and just seeing how beautiful everything is, the scenery. And for us men, this is how we are. This is how we think. And this is how we operate even. A lot of times it's easier for us to remember things through silence, because instead of talking and being all over the place and using our mind too much, it keeps us and prevents us and hinders us from really observing certain things to help us remember the moment. Now, for example, you may be out, let's say you take a trip to New York and you live in Florida, and you go to a certain bridge in New York. There's going to be certain colors and certain landmarks, certain things that we want to observe and we take heed to remember that moment, to remember that trip, to remember that bridge, right? In a way that we wouldn't, being very talkative and social. So if we're more laid back and more chill, more reserved, we're able to remember and gather certain things that help us to remember that moment and make that moment more special, because a lot of times it's the woman that remembers things usually, and the woman has the best memory, quote unquote. But a lot of times with us, the guys, we have also great memory, and it takes that in a way whereas we're silent and we look to be not enjoying ourselves, or, you know, something is wrong or something around that, you know, line. But a lot of times it's just we're taking time to really enjoy the moment and observe things that help us remember and help us have that memory for ourselves. So down the line, when you reflect back on it, you know, we can say things that the women may not have necessarily caught. Why? Because of how we take the time to soak up the moment in our own way. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. We're going to wrap it up here. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, ladies. You can definitely critique me on this. Let me know how accurate you feel I was. Fellas, you can let me know if I was spot on or not. Let me know if it's some things that you can relate to here. If this is any of these 3 things I labeled here, make sure you leave a comment for me and let me know, you know. And this feedback is a help for me, because there's going to be more videos coming. Like I said, a lot of the content is more so that are about women and you know, being an alpha. A lot of it is more so centered around and made for the single men. But I'm going to start bringing more content for the men like myself that are taken off the market, happy in a beautiful relationship, and so we all can grow together, so we all can have wisdom thrown around and shared amongst each other. Because what good is wisdom and knowledge if you don't share it? So that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and remember, learn from your yesterday, make the best of your today, and prepare for your tomorrow. Until the next video, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay woke.